Award from Indian Academic Researcher Association, Tamil Nadu. In addition to this, she has also organized many faculty development programs, national conferences, seminars, and workshops. She has been a resource person for management development programs and faculty development programs. She has keen interest in motivating and mentoring students towards mental well-being. Dr. R.K. Sudhamati strongly believes that perseverance and continuous efforts will lead to success. We welcome you, ma'am. We're looking forward to hear you speak.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Good evening and warm welcome to one and all here. As introduced, I am Dr. R.K. Sudhamati from Dr. AGP Institute of Technology. I am in the MBA department as an associate professor. So my today's topic, it is about resilience for mindfulness. Resilience through mindfulness. So to start with, let me share the screen. Ma'am, sharing the screen is disabled, ma'am. Can you just enable it?
I'll make you the co-host. I'll make you the co-host. Yeah. Now you'll be able to share, I think so. Huh? Try it now. You can try it now.
No, ma'am, it's not enabled.
No. It has been done. Huh? 1 minute. Yeah, I make you the co-host.
When I share the entire screen.
No, for sure it will come. It will come now. You share it now?
1 minute, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, it's done, Ms. Sudhamati.
Yes, ma'am. I'm able to share it. Could you see my PPT?
Yeah. Now it's clear. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So my today's topic of address, it is about resilience through mindfulness. So why I took this topic is that in the ever-changing VUCA world, I mean, we have to adopt very frequently, and it is the need of the day. That is why I thought I will address on this topic in this forum today. So first, let me touch upon what is resilience. Can I have answer from the audience of what resilience is all about? What's your understanding about resilience? I hope I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, ma'am. So anyone what is resilience? Okay. So I'll proceed. So resilience, it is nothing but it is the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experience. So how we will adapt to the difficult and challenging life experience is that by mentally associating and by emotionally stable and through our behavioral flexibility and by adjusting ourselves to the internal and the external demands. By in all these ways, like we will adapt ourselves to the challenging and demanding situations. So to put it in a very short way, it is our ability to withstand the adversity and bounce back and to grow in despite of our life's downturn. So that is what the resilience means. The recent pandemic, it has taught us a great lesson with regard to how we have to manage the resilience. Whether it is individual or whether it is small, medium, or large scale enterprises, this pandemic, it taught us a very great lesson how we should be resilient. So that is the reason, like, why I want to talk about this resilience in this forum. So today's youngsters or today's business or today's professional, whatever profession we are into, we have to adopt this resilience. Only then we can sustain in our profession or business or whatever it is, because this resilience, it will bring resilience only will bring a success, and only the resilience will encourage in innovation, and it will bring in creativity and also all the good practices and whatnot. So resilience, it is one of the it should be one of our core competency. Only then we can survive in the today's competitive environment. So that's why I want to talk about the resilience in this forum. So having understood what is resilience, next we will touch upon what is this mindfulness. Can I get an answer like what mindfulness is all about, or what your thinking is about mindfulness? Can I get an answer from the audience? What's your thought about mindfulness? Okay, let me proceed with. I hope I am audible.
Yes, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Because when I don't get answer, like I have doubt, like whether I am
Yeah,
audible.
some of the answers are in the chat box.
Okay. Okay. So coming to what is mindfulness,
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
in the chat box.
But since I'm in the
Oh.
presentation mode, like I couldn't see the chat box, ma'am. Maybe I will minimize it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I couldn't see the chat box.
Okay.
Messages are
No,
not popping.
even I'm not able to see the chat box, I think, properly. Have you enabled it?
Yeah, I have enabled
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
No,
it's
not
enabled.
you,
It's
the
enabled.
host. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I am enabled it. Okay.
Because though I'm in presentation mode, the messages will pop, but I couldn't see
I
anything.
don't know what's happening. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you
Okay.
continue it, Sudhamati.
Okay,
Let's see.
ma'am. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'll post you the answers. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. So the mindfulness, it is all about being aware of one's own internal state and about the surroundings. So mindfulness, it is all about to be fully present in what you are doing, and you should be aware about what you are and what you are doing. That's what called as mindfulness. Mindfulness also means not being overly reactive or overwhelmed about what is going on around you. So all these things can be termed as mindfulness. So being mindful, it gives you a great energy, and it gives you more compassion, and it gives less stress, and also it gives you more focus. So this is the primary meaning of the mindfulness. So why I today I connected this resilience and mindfulness is that mindful mindfulness based practice could lead to greater level of individual resilience. That is the need, that is the reason like why I connected these two terms, resilience and mindfulness. Say for example, like you are very much interested in doing a particular task, say for example your hobby, maybe playing or singing, dancing. So if you are very much interested in this kind of hobby, when you are asked to perform it, you will perform it to the excellence. Why? The reason is that you put all your thought, and you're fully loaded with that in your mind. That is the reason, like, and you do not and you want to excel, and like you want perfection in each and every moment of it. So that is the reason like you are able to do very well in your hobby. So that's what mindfulness in simple terms it means. So let me go into the next level of what is mindfulness. So mindfulness, it has many facts within us, within it, and it will help it helps to produce many positive results. So let me brief upon this fascinating facts about the mindfulness. The first fact is that it increases the empathy. So being mindful, it increases your empathy. So in a work environment, when you are quite empathy, so it will increase the relationship with your colleagues, and it will lead to the positive thinking, and you can be action oriented. So mindfulness, it leads to increase in empathy, and also it decreases the emotional reactivity. If you are quite mindful and not being overwhelmed with what is going on in the environment, in that case, like you will be very emotionally stable in the environment where you are working. So that is yet another fascinating fact about the mindfulness. And then the next fact about the mindfulness is that it improves cognition. That is, your understanding level increases because of the mindfulness. So when your understanding level increases, the outcome, the creativity and the perfection of that task, it is going to be very excellent. So mindfulness will improve your cognition level also. So mindfulness also, like it has a health benefit, like it lowers your blood pressure. Like when you involve and when you are not bothered about the negative things thinking, and then automatically your blood pressure level also comes down, and your output will be very good. So that kind of output is also given by the mindfulness. The next is that the mindfulness, it also bolsters your cognitive flexibility, because nowadays this kind of cognitive flexibility, it is quite relevant characteristics in whatever the profession you are. So gone are the days, like say for example I am in the teaching profession, so I am just relating my profession practice. Earlier, we have a scheduled sessions where we have to go prepare, take class and come back, and we have to maintain only the students attendance. But nowadays it is not so. In this competitive world, even we have to do our job from different dimensions. Like on one side you have to teach, on the other side you have to do all the administration work, and then you have to you have to focus on all your key areas, like research and research, students administration, and other whatever it is demanded by the institution, you have to focus. So you are multitasking over here in today's professional arena, like you are multitasking. So like you have to switch over from one task to the another task. So when you are mindful, then that gives you a cognitive flexibility, and very effectively you can switch over from one task to the other task. So being mindful is very important in today's competitive arena. So this is not only pertinent to my profession, taken any profession, that kind of competitiveness is there. So mindfulness is very important. Only then you can have you can do multitasking. And then being mindful, it reduces your stress level. So obviously, like when you do any task with mindfulness, you enjoy and do it. So when you enjoy and do it, obviously your stress level comes down, and you enjoy your work. And then the next important fact about the mindfulness is that it improves the relationship, whether it is peer relationship or whether it is a relationship with your family or friends, whatever it is, it improves uh, because in mindfulness you get empathy, and like you become very flexible. So what happens is that automatically it uh, improves your relationship with your surroundings. And also mindfulness, it restores a childlike wonder. Like the child, like whenever a new toy is given, or whenever they see new things, whenever they listen to some new things, they will repeat it same and they enjoy that. Similarly, being mindful, it restores a childlike wonder, and you will enjoy your life. And then, the other benefits of mindfulness is that it improves your quality of sleep, and like it supports your working memory. So if you're being mindful, it improves your work memory. You will be very focused in your work, to prioritize your activities. So all these benefits you get when you are with mindful. And finally, it also boosts your immunity, and also it helps to manage your chronics. Now, like nowadays we hear, like because of the work stress, so many are getting affected because of that, and they get chronic heart attack, all those things, and all these things can be avoided when you are mindful. So these are the various fascinating facts about the mindfulness. So now the question comes, like how to build a mindfulness. So mindfulness, it is a very simple thing, and which we forget to do it. So it is quite costless. Being mindful, it doesn't consumes any cost. So like simple things like smiling at others, and then relaxing yourself, and then just focusing on your breath, focusing on your work, having a very positive thinking. All these things will bring mindfulness. And also the things like watching the nature's movement, and spending the time with nature, and then doing the things which you love, maybe either an exercise, dancing, or singing. That will also bring mindfulness. And being open mind is yet another way to cultivate mindfulness. So when you are open and when you are not hiding anything, you need not remember the things. Since you are very open, you need not remember the things, so that again it brings a positive energy in you, and that again it cultivates the habit of mindfulness. And some of them, they have certain hobbies. So like doing the hobbies like planting, cooking, or whatever you like, that also again, like it brings mindfulness. And yet another important thing to be remembered while practicing mindfulness is that to forgive. Um, Suppose if there is any friction with your colleagues, so it will happen always. Being a human being, your opinion will always differ from others. So in that case, like when you forgive it, then automatically building mindfulness, it is very easy. So there are some other professional ways also to build mindfulness. The things like meditation. You can meditate. Maybe even you can get professionally trained how to meditate, and then you can do meditation. That will bring mindfulness. And also listening to music. Close your eyes and listen the music whatever you like, whether it's mild melody music or beat music, whatever you like. You just listen to it. So that will bring mindfulness. And also do a puzzle, like many kinds of puzzle are there. If you do that, then that will also bring the mindfulness. And also focus on your movements, like when you're walking, uh, or when you are dancing or doing some specific exercise, when you focus it and when you do it, then all these things will bring mindfulness, will bring in mindfulness. So that's how you practice mindfulness. So through the mindfulness, one can reinforce resilience, because when you do mindfully, you can you think very constructively, and that constructive thinking will help you to come up from your all your setbacks. So that's why, like, it's my strong opinion that mindfulness can reinforce resilience. So, like, can you see this image? Can you all see this image? Can anyone give me a feedback, like, how the circle looks like, whether it rotates or whether it stands still, or whether it is rotating slow or fast? Can anyone give what do you perceive when you look at these circles? Whether the circle is rotating fast, slow, or not rotating? Can I get an answer from anyone? Yes. Yes, whether it is rotating or whether the circle is still stands still without rotating, or whether it rotates fast. What do you observe from this? When you look at it, what is happening? Okay, since there is no answer, like, see, this circle, it was given by Japanese psychologist. So when you look at this circle, if the circle rotates fast, it means that you are highly stressed. And if the circle rotates slowly, you are little stressed. And if it does not rotates, then you don't have any stress. So haven't understood about preliminarily what resilience is and what is mindfulness. Next, shall move to, like, the types of resilience. So resilience, like, it has different dimensions. So that is physical resilience, emotional resilience, and then mental resilience, and then social resilience. So physical resilience is that, like, how do you come out from any kind of your physical setback? Not only specifically physical setback, like, even like mentally, when you are when you have any setbacks, that will also lead to physical resilience. So how fast you recover from your physical movements, or when from your physical stamina, that's what called as physical resilience. So that is also quite, for any human being, this kind of physical resilience is also quite important. Like, whenever, like, physically, when we are not well, health wise, when we go down, like, like, many of them come and say that, you'll get well soon, don't worry, it is a very simple thing, things like that. So the positive words like that and the positive vibes like that will bring in physical resilience. And then what is emotional resilience is that being emotionally very stable, or whenever you get upset, to what extent you come back from that stressfulness is what called as emotional resilience. And then mental resilience is that your ability to handle the crisis. You say, like, at a time, some 2 3 important works are there. So how mentally strong enough you are to handle that urgency, or how to prioritize that and complete that. That is what called as mental resilience. And then finally, social resilience is that to what extent your political system and your social system and economic system is resilient. Say, for example, the COVID-19 pandemic, like it affected almost all the countries, like all over the world, like anything. So, to what extent the political system could able to political system and economic system of the country could be able to bring it back is what called as social resilience. And another example for the social resilience is that, like in certain countries, like the natural disasters are quite common. Say, for example, when you take in Japan, like natural disasters, earthquake, it's quite frequent. But how do they come out of it very fast? Because like their system is like that. They know like what kind of risk they have, so they have disaster management system accordingly. So that's what called as social resilience. So now our focus it is on the emotional resilience, because when you are building this emotional resilience, whatever may be your crisis, you can come out of that. So building emotional resilience is base for everything. It is the base for all your physical resilience and mental resilience and social resilience. So that's why I want to talk more about this emotional resilience. So how to build emotional resilience? The first thing is that pay attention to your thoughts. uh, like say, for example, any task is given. So first thing is that you have to pay attention to your thoughts. Rather than negatively thinking on that task, you should positively think. You should associate all your energy and plan to complete that task. So that's what called as that's what that will bring when you think like in that way. In that case, like you can in that case, like you can overcome any kind of setbacks. So paying attention to thoughts is very important. And then the second thing is that to live in the present, rather than bothering about the failures. Always you have to think about the present. Though you have failed in some task, like again you restart and you just try and just you plan it, learn from your past experience, and try to build a new strategy in order to make it success. So always live in the present rather than bothering the past. Say, for example, I want to tell one thing over here. Like very recently, I saw a movie on plus two 12th fail. So that movie, like it depicts like how a person from a very village background is becoming as an IAS, is clearing his IAS. So after many obstacles, like he is clearing his IAS. So every time he'll restart in that movie, I could see like every time he restarts his strategy in order to win over that IAS. So finally, he became IAS also. So that's what, like, always we have to live in the present. Though setbacks are there, we should restart and we should cover up. And then simplify your life. The third important thing to manage your emotional resilience is that to simplify your life.
இப்ப கேக்குது
Um,
எனக்கு.
hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am. Audible.
Yes, Udamati, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So simplify your life. Here, like what I mean by simplifying your life is that, like, rather than worrying about the past, what is required on that alone you focus, and don't waste your time in unnecessary things. Nowadays, like given all these digital gadgets, like most of the time we are into many of the many we just spare our time with the mobile only. So rather than that, sparing time with the mobile or spending your time with the mobile, it is not a fault. But the thing is that focus, have a focus even while using it. Whether when you use Facebook or Instagram, or whether you are in WhatsApp, you make it simple. Whatever it is necessary for you, you take it and you make it simple. That will give you resilience. And then, like every one simple strategy which you can adopt in order to be emotionally resilient is that every day schedule 10 minutes before your work to do nothing. Be calm. Be calm and just don't think about anything, and then you start your work. That gives you a very an energy throughout the day to do the work. And always communicate authentically with your peers. Don't twist the matters. Communicate very authentically. Whatever you know, you tell, like, so this is what the fact. If you do not know, simply say don't know. So these things will keep you will help you to build the emotional resilience. So now I'm going to focus on why this resilience is very important. So whatever may be your workplace, this resilience is very important because it helps to improve your productivity. It fulfills your working experience, because every time when you think positively and when you work positively with no negative thoughts, in that case, like, you have a fulfilling work experience. Else, like, you'll hate your work, you'll hate your workplace and as well as your work experience. And being resilient will also imbibe leadership skills in you. Like, whatever the role you have taken up, whether you are in you are in the hierarchy, whether you are in top level in the hierarchy or you're a medium person, like, you will think about new things. When you're resilient, you will think about new skills and you will implement it. When you think about new things and when you implement it, you automatically you imbibe leadership skill within you. So that's the wonder of this resilience. So why resilience is highly welcomed in workplace is that it gives a psychological and emotional well-being. And also it helps you to come out of the stressors, setbacks and changes. So that's why they thinking about this resilience is very important in workplace. So how do you show resilience in your workplace? There are these points I just want to put forth before you to show resilience at the workplace. So you whatever the new roles given to you, you just simply adopt yourself and maintain a positive outlook. So that is the one way to show resilience in your workplace. Maybe you may be promoted or demoted, or you may be given a new portfolio. Don't bother about it. Just take a head of the portfolio which is assigned to you and think about it and just proceed with it. If you do so, then that will bring resilience. And then use constructive feedbacks as a catalyst for personal growth. If anyone is giving some negative feedback about you, take it very positive way, and you try to come out of that. If it is a positive feedback, then you try to capitalize more on that. And if it is a negative feedback, you just come out of it and just to improvise on your negative feedback. Just that will give you a personal growth. And then overcome the project challenges by adjusting strategies. Suppose if any new assignments is given to you, you strategize and you just think over how to complete the given task, or how to prove yourself in the given task. You just strategize your thinking for it. So that will bring resilience. And then again and again, like, time management is very important to bring resilient to be resilient. So because any work, when you do it with hurry, like, it is going to you'll do wrong again and again. So that's why the time management, appropriate planning is very, very important. And then leading calmly and making informed decision during crisis. If you have some crisis during that time, like, you lead that situation very calmly. And also by having your facts within your hand, you take your decisions. Unknowingly, in hurry, you don't take any decisions. And also, like, lead calmly and make and also, like, setting clear boundaries for healthy work life balance is very important. Always you have a very clear boundary between your work life and health. So that is a work and life balance, that is very important for the resilience. Sometimes, like, during the in workplace, you'll be doing your personal works, and when you come back home, you'll be doing the your official work. When you mix up, then it is going to create chaos. And then, like, you are in today's scenario, like, you cannot escape from multitasking. So if you are resilient, you do all your multitasking very effectively and stay focused under the pressure. So that will bring resilience in your workplace. And also address the conflicts with respect and seeking resolutions for the same. And if you have bounced back in your professional environment, in that case, with determination, you have a plan to succeed it. So that will also bring resilience. And then always boost your team morale and foster collaboration. So that is very important in today's situation, because you are not working in a constant work environment. Your work environment is very frequently changing, and the persons who are working with you also are frequently changing. So wherever you are, you build your team morale, and also you do your work with collaboration. And always whenever you get any uncertainty, always embrace it, plan it, and overcome it. And always you maintain your productivity. Always try to learn from your failures, because your failures will drive your future improvements. And always have a continuous learning, so that will lead to the personal development, whether whatever it is pertained to you. You just have an approach towards the continuous learning. And then like nowadays, all this work from home, all these things are quite normal. So in that case, being resilient will help you to be very productive. And also balance your heavy workloads by practicing self-care, because always this self-care is very important. Sometimes you work more than 8 10 hours a day. In that case, like when you ignore your self-care, then that will lead to uh, overload, and that will bring in many problems. So that's why, like, always self-care is very important for being resilient. In all these ways, like, you can be resilient in your workplace. So how to improve your resilience? So these are certain points to be noted and to be practiced in order to be resilient. That is, always cultivate a growth mindset. So today you may be something. Today, your awards and achievements may be something. So maybe for the next year you have some targets. That is one way to grow. One way to improve your resilience. And connect yourself. Always connect yourself with your colleagues, with your professional external environment. Always be connected. That is quite important to improve your resilience, because when you connect, like what is happening in your external environment and what is happening in your internal environment, and that will help you to improve your resilience. That will help you to benchmark yourself and grow to the better position. And always learn from your experience. In past you would have done some mistakes, so you learn from that. And whenever you are exposed to the same um, in some other situation, in that case you remember about your experience, and accordingly you strategize your thinking and execute it. And be proactive. So given any environment, being proactive, which will improve the resilience. Any task given, any new demand comes, in that case, always you should have immediately, you should look into it, and immediately you should have some rough thinking about it, how you're going to proceed with it. Even without looking into that matter for 10 days will take you back seat. So being proactive is very important. And do not lose hope. Always, like, do not lose the hope till the last minute. You try it by using various strategies. So that again will improve your resilience. And also practicing self-care, again it is very important, because when you don't practice your self-care, then you will not be healthy, and automatically when you are not healthy, you cannot focus on your work. So these are all the some tips to be followed in order to improve the resilience. So finally, to conclude, in this session, we understood what resilience is all about, what mindfulness is all about. So when you connect, when you want to be resilient, that is when you want to come out from your setback, then when you practice mindfulness, coming coming out of the resilience is very easy. Strategizing the things to come from your strategizing things in order to come out from your setbacks is very easy. So whenever you want to come out, whenever you want to be resilient, practice mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness will bring resilience. So as said over here in this quote, resilience is based on compassion for ourselves and as well as compassion for others. Because being human, we all are social, we all are connected socially. So we cannot grow alone in any environment. So we have to be compassionate for ourselves and as well as for others. Only that will bring resilience. So thank you for the opportunity. So if you have any questions, please proceed.
Audience, do you have any questions, please? Participants?
Not audible.
Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, please, participants?
Is it audible to you, madam?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
clear,
Yes,
sir.
sir. It's audible, sir.
Oh, it's quite interesting, and even it recalls so many things in my life. It recalls one very good book by Hillary Clinton
Okay, sir.
about the leadership and resilience. That is one of the beautiful books I have come across. And
Okay, sir.
mostly Sudhamani has given high priority for emotional resilience. That is very important.
Yes, sir.
And my question here is this mindfulness indicates the point of tranquility in the mind? Is tranquility equals resilience by mindfulness? That's my question.
Tranquility, it can be, it is one of the component of mindfulness, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Being transient will bring mindfulness.
Okay. Somewhat nearest.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But anyhow, it is very interesting. And
Thank
in
you,
my
sir.
experience, resilience is one of the important influencing factor for finding harmony in conflict rather than finding conflict in conflict. Conflict
Yes, sir.
management resilience plays a central role. Thank you, Sudha. It was quite interesting. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
sir.
seeing.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you. It's well said, sir. Thank you.
Sudha ma'am, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Excellent, wonderful presentation.
Oh,
And
thank you.
AI is it takes a vital role in the student's life nowadays. It's a
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
excellent presentation, ma'am. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for joining. And I also thank Dr. P.R. Muthuswamy sir also for joining. I didn't expect that sir will join and you will join.
Very good. It's
Ma'am,
good.
Dr. Vandana, ma'am, thank you. Any
No?
more questions, please? Yeah. So, Aarti? Yeah, you can
Yes.
give the vote of thanks.
Um, a very good evening to all the participants and the guest speakers of the day. I thank you a lot, ma'am, for your insightful speech on resilience. Because as management students and management graduates, we often focus on the theoretical aspects of management, but often we fail to overlook. We overlook these important quality or personality traits that will help students evolve into better human beings and better managers, better at work managing conflict. Thank you for addressing these issues, which were the need of the hour. I appreciate the insightful speech on resilience, specifically tailored for this purpose. Your words have equipped us with valuable tools to overcome obstacles and thrive in the dynamic world of business. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your guidance.
Thank you. I also
Aarti?
thank the Coimbatore Management Association for giving me this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.